Gravitational potential and field due to a thin spherical shell. What are spherical shells? Spherical shells are layers of a sphere at different distance from the center. For example, the body of a spherical onion is made up of different concentric layers, and each layer is called a spherical shell. First, we will find out the gravitational potential and field due to a thin spherical shell for a point lying outside the shell. So this is a spherical shell of radius A, and this is a point P which is situated at a distance r from the center of the spherical shell O. Suppose mass per unit area of this shell is equal to sigma. You consider a section of the spherical shell which is in the form of a ring, and the radius of this ring is equal to a sin theta, and width of this ring is equal to a d theta. So here we have imagined a ring of the spherical shell. I have shown you one side of this ring, and there is also another ring in the opposite side, and the width of this ring is equal to a d theta, and radius of this ring is equal to a sin theta. So what will be area of this ring? Area of this ring is equal to circumference into width. Circumference is equal to twice pi a sin theta, and width is a d theta. So area of this ring will be equal to twice pi a square sin theta into d theta. What is the gravitational potential at P due to this ring? Gravitational potential at P, suppose equal to dV, that is equal to minus g into mass of this ring divided by x, where x is the distance of this ring from the point P. As shown to you in this figure, this distance x, this is the distance x from the ring of width a d theta to the point P. Since mass of the ring is equal to area into sigma, that is the mass density, so you can calculate mass of this ring by multiplying area with sigma. So this is equal to the mass of this ring. And here we have to apply cosine formula to the triangle. You apply cosine formula to this triangle. Either you consider this triangle or you consider this triangle, and if you apply cosine formula, that is x square is equal to a square plus r square minus 2ar into cos theta, where theta is the angle between a and r. So after applying cosine formula to the triangle, you differentiate both sides of this equation, and you will get, if you differentiate this equation, you will get this equation, because these two are constant quantities. So 2x dx will be equal to 2ar sin theta into d theta. So sin theta d theta will be equal to x divided by ar into dx. Now you substitute the value of sin theta d theta in equation 1. So this is your equation 1, and you substitute the value of sin theta d theta here, so that you will get dV is equal to minus g twice pi a sigma divided by r into dx. Suppose this is equation number 2. So the gravitational potential due to the whole cell can be found out by integrating the above equation. And you have to integrate such type of rings from this point to this point, and this point is your r minus a, because this is the length a and this is the length r. So this point will be equal to r minus a, and this point will be equal to r plus a. So you have to integrate from r minus a to r plus a. So if you integrate equation 2, that is dv, and from 0 to v, so you will get v, and this side if you integrate from r minus a to r plus a, then after integration you will get the value of v, that is equal to minus g 4 pi a square sigma divided by r. But we know 4 pi a square sigma, this is the area and this is the surface density of mass. So if you multiply area with surface density, you will get mass of the cell. So V will be equal to minus G m divided by R. So this is the required formula for the potential due to a spherical shell for a point lying outside the spherical shell. If the point P lie outside the spherical shell, then what will be the gravitational field? The gravitational field will be equal to negative gradient of potential minus dV by dr. So if you differentiate the potential here, you will get the gravitational field minus gm divided by r square. Now we will find out what will be the expression for the gravitational potential and gravitational field for a point lying inside the spherical shell. You see, this is the spherical shell of radius a, and you have to consider a point P at a distance r from the center, and what will be the gravitational potential here. The figure will be same. Here only the deduction and everything is same. Only you have to integrate the limits of integration. You have to change the limits of integration. Here the limits of integration will be from a minus r to a plus r. You see in the figure, for points lying inside this spherical shell, you have to integrate from here to here. And you see, this is the point a minus r, because the radius is a and this distance is r. So this is the point a minus r. And this is the point a plus r. If this is a, you see in this figure, this is your radius a and this is r. So this is your a plus r. This point is a plus r, and this is the radius a and this is r. So a minus r is this point. So from this point to this point you have to integrate. To find out the total potential, you have to integrate from this point to this point. So if you integrate minus g twice pi a sigma divided by r into dx, and from a minus r to a plus r, then it will be equal to minus g into 4 pi a sigma. But 4 pi a square sigma, that is equal to the mass of the cell. This is the mass of the cell. So the potential will be equal to minus gm divided by a. So here the potential for any point inside the cell is constant. You see, that is equal to minus gm divided by a, because a is the radius of the cell, which is constant. So potential is equal to constant. So inside the cell, the potential is independent of position. Then what will be the gravitational field for points lying inside the cell? The gravitational field will be equal to 0, because the potential is constant. If you take the derivative, then it will be equal to 0. So remember, for points lying outside the spherical shell, the gravitational potential is equal to minus gm divided by r, that is v is proportional to 1 by r. But for point lying inside the spherical shell, the gravitational potential is independent of this distance, and that is equal to constant, and the field also is equal to 0. Inside the spherical shell, the field equal to 0, and outside the for a point outside the spherical shell, the field will be equal to minus gm divided by r square. That means field varies 1 by r square. potential varies as 1 by r, but field varies as 1 by r square.